two watches that I got off AliExpress during the last sale. Kind of mentioned in a couple of videos ago that I was looking forward to them. Not sure whether they would be great or not great. So here goes. Let's take a look at the first one I got. I will tell you that this one, I've been wearing it off and on today and yesterday. So I've only had 2 days with it, but it is a surprising Pagani design. Let's take a look. Here it is, the Pagani Design. Wow. All I can say is wow. Somebody said don't move as much. Well, this watch deserves another closer look at the dial. Look at that dial. Now again, I'm not going to spend tons of time on this, as everybody probably knows what this Pagani comes with. This cloth. As I told you earlier, I have been wearing it. And I don't usually, I haven't taken off the crown, the protection. Pagani's strap, pretty good. I really do like it. It only has 3 adjustments, and I did have to adjust it out to the max. Remember, I have an 8-inch wrist that usually causes problems with the inexpensive watches because they shorten the band usually. But Pagani's been pretty good. They have fit my larger wrist. So let's kind of go over the specs of this one. I will put it up on the screen. But man, this can really look pretty dynamic. Let's talk about how thin it is. It's 12.5, but it feels really small because you look at that domed crystal. And the dome crystal is sapphire. And look how much that raises up. So it doesn't feel thick like a dive watch. So 12.5's got to include the crystal. The weight is 121 grams. It has 100 meters of water resistance, but it's not a screw, well, it is a screw down crown, isn't it? It is a screw down crown. It's a quartz movement. It's saying it's 100 meters, but don't take it in hot water and not really suitable. Well, it says it can withstand 100, making it suitable for swimming and other water activities. Screw down crown, I probably would trust it. It doesn't look like a watch you would wear swimming. Stainless steel case, 316L stainless steel. You know, I've kind of gone out of my comfort zone. No date on this one. The movement is Japan TMI VH31. VH31. I really do like how they did the indices. I like the logo. And I like the dial. We all know who they're going after with this dial. Instead of spending thousands of dollars, why not spend between $35 and $45? Here, let me put up some of the other. It's a 40 millimeter case, which I like. 20 millimeter bandwidth. Overall length, it says 220 millimeters. Yeah, let's look at the... It looks like it would fit really good on any short wrists of how the lengths go. Let's take a look at the back. I haven't peeled that off yet. Let's peel that off. That's what it looks like on the wrist. I do like the Pagani clasp better than most. But you know, that looks good. Looks good on the wrist. Yeah. It's a keeper. You know, I don't like it when I do that, and it's not a bad looking watch. For the money. I know I've convinced some people on some other inexpensive. This one tops it. So you can see. Now it does come in some other colors, but I think on this watch, this is what you want for a dial and the gold indices. I think this one is the color I prefer. One last look before we go to watch number 2. Watch number 2 kind of came in your standard Sujas. I got corrected on the last video on Sujas, and that's fine. Comes in its typical box in this case, in a bag. We've all seen it, but here it is. Now everybody knows this is kind of, hold on a sec. If you're a watch enthusiast, you know who the last watch was made to look like. Well, this is made to look like another brand that's very simple. And this one grabbed me. But now that I've got it, I'm not so sure I like the color. It does have a printed dial. It's a Seestern, but this one's automatic. And again, I have not peeled the back off. I will do that in a second when I put the... I have not worn this one. So this is... I haven't peeled off the crown protector. But it's got the second hand as the circle down below. It's an automatic. This has got the Seagull 1701 movement. Now here's the Seagull 1701 movement, sapphire crystal. I haven't tested both, whether it's just sapphire on the top and sapphire on the bottom. But usually that doesn't make a decision whether you're going to buy a watch like this. Seestern's done a good job. I'm not usually a big fan of printed dials, but this one's okay. I didn't mention it on the last one, and it's the same on this one. The lume are those tiny hands. The hour and minute. I don't know if the dots, I guess I can't tell you if the dots at each hour light up, but it looks like maybe that would. Let me give you some specs on this one. It says it's only 9.5 thick. Looks bigger than that, but it says it's 9.5, 60 gram leather strap. Let's talk about the leather strap for a second. Genuine leather. Now this is where I will show you 8-inch wrists. I am to the last hole. So if you have a large wrist, I think if you have 7.5 or less, the band works good. For me, the band is a little bit off. I'll put up the information, but I think here's the big thing with the movement, Seagull 1701. It's got a 35-hour power reserve, it says. And I kind of believe it. I moved it just a little. I didn't wind it up or anything. And it's kept going for a long time. Also, the diameter is 38. It just comes across a little bigger. This is white with blue. I swear that's gray. That is my one complaint. They do have other colors. I will show you the other colors. And I might have gone with the dark bluish color. So Seestern, let's talk about this one. I guess I should have. I don't have the model number here. 316 stainless steel. Let me give you the model number. It was hard to find, but the model number is S382. S382. I like it. Nice watch. Let's put it on the wrist. So there's the clasp for me, just barely hanging on there. But what does it look like on the wrist? I will say the band does go. I don't really believe the height. I'm having trouble believing the height. I'm going to go with what it says, but it's an only 5 ATM instead of, so don't put this in water. Do not put this in water or anywhere near water, because it is not a screw down crown. It does not screw down. 5 ATM. Looks pretty good on the wrist though. This runs for about $70, in the $70 range, 60s on sale. But these two watches on sale did not cost me an awful lot of money. Hey, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.